Thanks for getting it. Okay, now I can continue. As I was telling you guys, speaking 2 and 3 is a part that we call integrated, okay? Integrated tasks. The topics are campus related and will be academic. Remember that. Let's move on to another slide. Okay, what is it about? Speaking 2 and 3. These tasks will test your reading and listening skills together, okay? You will have to first read a passage from 75 to 100 words, and then you will have to listen to a recording, okay, that will contain 150 to 180 words. How much time do you have? Well, you will have 30 seconds to prepare your answer, okay? Preparation time. And 60 seconds to answer, to speak. Remember, it is important. What to do? Well, as I told you, you will have to read a passage, then you will have to listen to a recording about the same passage, okay? Either a conversation or a lecture. Finally, you will have to speak out your answer, okay? That is what you have to do in this task. Let's move on. Some suggestions for speaking 2, okay? In speaking 2, you will have to read an announcement, okay? The reading passage will be about an announcement. And the listening recording will be about a conversation between two people talking about that announcement. So, this is the structure you have to follow in order to provide a good answer, okay? If you follow this structure, I'm sure you will provide excellent answers. First, when answering, okay, you have to summarize the content of the reading passage, okay? What is the announcement about? You have to say, okay, the announcement or the reading passage is about this, okay? You have to start by saying that. Number 2, you have to state the position of the man or the woman, okay? After you listen the listening recording, you will hear a question. That question will ask you, okay, to provide the perspective either of a man or a woman, okay? So if the question says, what does the woman think about the announcement? Well, you have to state the position or the woman, okay? It is important. Number 3, after you stated the position of the person, you have to provide some reasons, okay? In the conversation, that person will support what he or she says by giving 2 reasons, okay, or arguments. So what you have to do is mentioning them, okay, in your answer. 4, if it is necessary or if it is possible, you have to provide some details or examples that the students or the people who speak in the conversation will use to illustrate their arguments, okay? Finally, we have to end up our speech with a concluding sentence. It is important, okay? Remember that as well. So if you follow this structure, I'm sure you will perform excellent, okay, in this task. Okay, guys, and it's time for you to practice now, okay? Before we do it, is there any question that you may want to ask? Please let me know. Are you ready to practice?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, what about the rest? Only 2 people spoke?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, thank you for answering, okay?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. That is the attitude you are supposed to have. Okay, so let's start with the practice. Okay, this is the reading passage. You have to read this, and then I will let you listen to the recording. I will give you some time to read this. As soon as you finish reading, please tell me, okay? Let's start. You can start reading. Okay, guys, did you finish reading?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. What about the rest?
Yes.
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 Okay, thank you. Thank you for answering. So let's listen now, okay? So pay attention. This is the listening part. Please let me know if the sound is good, okay?
Now listen to students as they discuss the announcement.
Is the sound good?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so let's start. Listen carefully.
Did you read the school announcement?
Yeah, I think the university made a right decision. I took the evening class last quarter, and there were only a few students in the class. It seemed to be so small that nobody could get serious.
I get your point, but students can get better education. I mean, as the size of the class is small, students can have discussions and explore their fields in depth. You know, if the class is too large, the professor can't even cover the whole textbook or related materials. But if there are only a few students, the instructor might go over the chapters and materials.
That makes sense, but as you know, the lectures are given by a TA, so you might not learn from a professional in the field.
You're right. However, a TA is a graduate student who has already studied more than 2 years in graduate school, so he or she is a professional as well. Even though the TAs have less experience, they have passion toward their careers and also care about the students. Moreover, they know exactly what the students want to know because they are also students. Well, I couldn't find that kind of passion coming from professors who have taught for more than 20 years.
I see your point. I remember the TA last quarter. He tried to fill questions and he had enthusiasm in every class. Maybe it'll be better to learn from a TA in a small class.
Now, guys, this is the question. Please listen carefully.
The man expresses his opinion of the announcement. State his opinion and explain the reasons he gives for holding that opinion. Please begin speaking after the beep.
Okay, guys, was the question clear? Did you understand?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, excellent. Now I'm gonna give you some time to prepare your answers, okay? So let's see. I'm gonna give you 30 seconds to everybody, okay? So think about the answers, organize your ideas, prepare, okay? 30 seconds. We can start. Okay, guys, time's up. Now, I need volunteers. Is there any volunteer who would like to start? No one? Okay, in that case, I will choose. Let's see. Okay, Marilyn Vargas, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, please, your answer. You have 60 seconds to speak.
Okay. The the man is not according to that decision. Um, because he thinks if there are a few students, they can have good discussions. Also because he thinks I'm sorry. I don't understand too well the listening.
Okay, try to finish your speech, please.
Okay. Sorry.
Okay, no problem. Maybe because of the accent of the man, because he was British, you had difficulties trying to understand what he was saying, right? So, okay, no problem. I understand. But, okay, please try to follow this model I told you, okay? At the beginning of your answer, you are supposed to summarize the content of the reading passage, okay? What does it say about? What is it about? You have to explain, okay? Briefly. Then you have to say the man agrees or disagrees. After that, you have to explain the reasons, okay? Why that person thinks in that way. Finally, you have to provide some details if possible and conclude what you are saying, okay? Try to follow this structure. Okay, Marilyn?
Okay.
What you said, I could understand. It was clear. You understood part of the listening because you mentioned one reason. That's nice. But you couldn't understand the rest. So because of that, you were not able to finish what you were doing, okay? So for next time, try to pay more attention to the listening section, okay?
Okay.
Okay, thank you for participating, Martin.
Thank you.
Practice again later. Let's continue. Alexandra, are you there? Alexandra, hello. Okay, I think Alexandra is not there. So let's continue with another person. Natalie, please, are you there?
Yes.
Okay. Your answer, you have 60 seconds to speak.
Okay. The university has decided to discontinue the evening class because of the decrease of interest in that class. So the man is in favor of this statement because he think that is fewer and there are fewer and fewer students year by year in this class. So he also states that some students speak only each other's in this class, and it could be better if this class is is gonna taught by a TA tutor. So in a small class. So this class could be redesigned.
Okay. Some comments, Natalie. You explained perfectly what the announcement was about. Good job there. You misunderstood some parts of the speech, okay? Some of parts of the listening recording because the man in the conversation disagreed with the announcement, okay? And he provided with some arguments. Maybe you misunderstood some parts, maybe because of the accent of the man. I understand that. So no problem. Next time, try to pay more attention to what you are listening, okay?
Yeah, so sorry, because my internet connection is poor, so I misunderstand some parts because I didn't hear.
I understand. Thank you for trying, okay? You were
Okay.
doing an excellent job because as I told you, you explained the announcement perfectly. You understood the announcement. Excellent job there. What was missing was the state, the position of the person, of the question, and the argument. In general,
Okay.
you provided with a nice answer, but you couldn't understand very well the recording, and because of that, you were not able to answer the question properly. So for next time, please, Natalie, more attention, okay? That's the only
Okay.
thing you have to work on. If you can do that, I'm sure you will provide an excellent answer, okay? Thank you,
Mm,
Natalie.
okay, thank you.
Another person, let's see. Carol, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, Carol, you have 60 seconds to speak.
Okay. The university has decided to discontinue evening classes because there are nowadays there are not two students. The number of students has declined. The man in the audio doesn't agree with the decision because he feels that uh, there are if there are a few students, there won't be too many discussions. Also, the another reason if he thinks that TA teachers have less experience, um, for this reason, they are not enthusiastic with the classes.
Okay, is that all?
Yes.
Okay, Carol, it is clear that you understood the reading passage. You also provided with some interesting arguments. However, okay, you understood the part that the man disagrees with the idea, but you misunderstood some parts, okay? The man in the conversation states that when there are fewer students in the class, they have the chance to learn in a better way because they can have more discussions, okay? And they can cover the content in a better way. Also, he thinks that these TA teachers are good enough to teach those students because since they are students as well, they can understand the needs of the students of that university. It is because of these reasons that he disagrees with the idea of the university, okay? So next time, Carol, try to pay more attention to what you're listening, okay? You were doing a good job. You answered the question in some way, but you misunderstood some parts of the listening, and because of that, you were not able to provide a good answer, okay? But the thing is here that, well, you tried, you explained the reading part perfectly. Good job there. The only thing I would ask you to do, pay more attention next time, okay? Good job. Thank you, Carol.
Yes, okay. Thank you.
Okay, let's move on to another person. Let's see. Vania, are you there?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. 60 seconds for you to speak.
Well, the university wants to discontinue the evening class because a decrease of students interested in the evening class. They have received declined students in this kind of class, and because the students prefer to study with an experienced faculty. The man agrees with the discontinue evening class because he says that in these classes there are few students and they can have a good discussion, and that's why they can get a better education, and that's why they prefer to get a class with a professional in the field who has more than 20 years of experience.
Okay, is that all?
Mm.
Vania, is that all? Yes, right?
Yes, that's all.
Okay. You have good pronunciation, fluency, that's important, excellent in that part, but the same problem. You misunderstood some parts of the listening recording. One, the man disagreed with the decision, okay? Two, the man says that these TA teachers are even better than professionals who have more than 20 years of experience, okay? So you misunderstood those parts. So for next time, please, more attention to what you're listening, and I am sure that you will provide an excellent answer, okay?
Okay, teacher, thank you.
Okay, let's move on to another person, okay? Leonardo, are you there?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, 60 seconds for you to speak, please.
Okay. And the situation was about the school wanting to discontinue night classes. And well, the guy is agree with the decision because he's seen that there are only few students year by year, and also because he thinks that the students want that the person who teach them could be a more knowledge professor, not to be a TA professor. But in my opinion, I think they should leave it. I am agree also because I think should be because not all the students can attend to normal classes because they work or their parents or something like that. So I am agree with the decision.
Okay, is that all?
Yes.
Okay, you have fluency, that's important. The same problem, okay? You misunderstood some parts of the speech. Command disagreed with the decision because of two reasons. As I told you, the first one is that when there are fewer students, they'll have more chances to cover the content in a better way, and they'll have the chances to have more discussions about that content. Second, it is because that these teachers are sometimes better than the professionals who have more than 20 years of experience because they understand the needs of the students, since these TA teachers are also students. So because of those reasons, the man in the conversation thinks that it is a bad idea to close these evening classes, okay? So for next time, Leonardo, try to pay more attention, okay? So that you can express or so that you can provide a better answer. Is it clear, Leonardo?
Yes, clear.
Okay. Now, okay, I think Sarai is there. Sarai, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, but I think you were not able to listen to the recording, right?
Yes, I didn't listen and I didn't read.
Okay, okay. You will practice next time. Okay, guys, I think everybody has participated, right? Let me check. Alexandra. Okay, Alexandra didn't participate. Alexandra, are you there? Can you hear me? Okay, she's not there. So I think we have to continue with the exercises. Okay, let's continue with exercise number 2. I'm gonna give you some time to read this exercise, okay? This reading passage. Please, you can start. Whenever you finish, let me know, okay? You can start. Okay, guys, did you finish? reading, or you need more time?
A little more, teacher, please.
Okay, try to finish, please. What about the rest?
Finish.
Okay, thank you, Natalie. Okay, I will give you 30 more seconds, okay? So that everybody can finish, please. And after that, we'll listen to the recording.
No se puede ver we can't see the exercise.
Really sorry, really sorry. That's it. Okay, guys, I think everybody finished. So now it is time for you to listen to the recording, okay? Are you ready? Answer, please.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Let's listen then. Pay attention. Listen carefully.
Now listen to a conversation between two students.
Is the sound good, guys?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So listen carefully, please.
Hey, Monica, did you see the newsletter on the bulletin board in the student center? The school will no longer hold the freshman orientation. Instead, it will give the students the option to choose between going on a hike and participating in games.
Yeah, I've just read it. I think this is a good idea. Until last year, even though the students hated going to orientation, they didn't have any choices. I'm glad that the students can now have the freedom to choose whichever they want, instead of being forced to go do something they didn't want.
Yeah, I agree with you. Last year, I just didn't go, but it seemed like I missed something.
Yeah, now the students have more options. Also, not only do they have more choices, they don't have to go to school on the weekend. Thanks to this change, the freshmen can go and get their new textbooks and school supplies rather than wasting their time on attending orientations.
I think so too.
In the conversation, what does the woman think about this change? What are the reasons for her opinion? Please begin speaking after the beep.
Okay, girls, guys, was it clear? Did you understand?
I don't know if what my internet because but in some point the video stopped.
Yes,
Okay.
was
Yes, was.
Okay, you had some problems. Okay. So if most of you have some problems, well, I have to play it again. Okay, so listen carefully this time, okay? I'm gonna repeat it.
Not have enough experience, but between two students.
Listen carefully, please, this time, okay? I won't be able to play this again, so pay attention, please.
Hey, Monica, did you see the newsletter on the bulletin board in the student center? The school will no longer hold the freshman orientation. Instead, it will give the students the option to choose between going on a hike and participating in games.
Yeah, I've just read it. I think this is a good idea. Until last year, even though the students hated going to orientation, they didn't have any choices. I'm glad that the students can now have the freedom to choose whichever they want, instead of being forced to go do something they didn't want.
Yeah, I agree with you. Last year, I just didn't go, but it seemed like I missed something.
Yeah, now the students have more options. Also, not only do they have more choices, they don't have to go to school on the weekend. Thanks to this change, the freshmen can go and get their new textbooks and school supplies rather than wasting their time on attending orientations.
I think so too.
In the conversation, what does the woman think about this change? What are the reasons for her opinion? Please begin speaking after the beep.
Okay, guys, was it better now? Did you understand everything?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Natalie. What about the rest?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Carol.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Thank you
Yes.
for answering, guys. Now it is time for you to prepare the answer, okay? I will give you the time. 30 seconds, please. You can start preparing your answer. Okay, guys, I hope everybody's ready to speak now. Before I choose, is there any volunteer who would like to answer the question? No volunteers? Okay, then I'm gonna start. Since Sarai was not able to provide an answer last time, please, you will be the first one. Sarai, are you there?
Yes.
Okay. 60 seconds for you to speak. You can start.
The university has decided to change the orientation because of the increase the number of participating and the students to interact. Well, the opinion about the student was good because she agreed with these changes. She thinks that the choices makes easy to the students to participate in this orientation, and they don't have to go to the attending in the weekend, and they can have their textbooks, and so they don't have to spend so many time in the attending orientation, and that's why she's agree with the new changes that the university made.
Okay. In terms of organization of ideas, okay, thank you. In terms of organization of ideas, you did an excellent job, okay? You follow the structure, you conclude, you introduce, you support the ideas of the woman. Good job there. You had some problems trying to express what you wanted. A mistake that I noticed was the many time, okay? Remember, time is an uncountable word, so you have to use much time. Okay,
Okay.
be careful with those aspects of your speech. In general, nice answer. I really like it. Okay, you answer the question. That is the point of this practice. Okay, you have to improve, but I am sure that if you can check some of the grammar structures, vocabulary, and so on, you will be able to provide a better answer. Okay, thank you, Sarai. Good job.
Thank you.
Now, any other person, maybe? No volunteers? Okay, Leonardo, thank you. That is the attitude. You have 60 seconds to provide an answer.
Well, the school plans to change the facility to receive new students. In the conversation, the woman did agree because then the students won't feel obligated to do something they may not like. Mm, in addition, many of these activities are are taken or are done on weekends, and those students uh, do not have to go to class on these days. Uh, I agree because students should feel whatever activity they want. And I think that's all I understood this.
Okay, is that all, Leonardo?
Yes.
Okay, it was better. Now it is better. You explained what the reading was about. You explain the position of the man or the woman this time. Okay, you supported her perspective by providing some arguments that she had. Okay, good job there. And you had some problems trying to explain them, though, but good job in general. Okay. However, please try to work on a conclusion as well. Okay, it is important to finish what you're saying. Something like, okay, because of these reasons, the woman in the conversation agrees or disagrees with the statement, okay, or with the announcement. Something really brief, okay, Leonardo? If you try to build up a conclusion in that way, I'm sure you will provide an excellent answer, okay? Besides, you are providing your perspective, your opinion. You have the time to do it. That's an extra, so good job. You are not forced to provide an opinion in this task, okay? It is not necessary, but you have the time, you did it, good job, okay? Remember, and this goes for everybody, guys, you have 1 minute to speak. The more you speak, the better it will be for you, okay? Thank you, Leonardo, good job. You can still improve, okay? Remember that. Thank you. A volunteer, any other volunteer? Okay, let me ask, Alexandra, are you there? Okay, no. Let's see. Okay, Natalie, are you there? Natalie, hello. Can you hear me? Okay, Natalie is having some problems, maybe with the connection, I don't know. Natalie, can you hear me? Hello? Okay, I think yes, she's having some problems. Let's choose another one. Let's see. Vania, are you there?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, 60 seconds for you to speak.
Okay, a students committee will change its plan from holding freshman orientation. They are thinking about going on a campus hiking tour or maybe participating in games for the freshmen. And they think because the number of the participants was very low in the previous years, they want to take these decisions. In this way, they will reduce the tension of coming to new school, and they will give the students more opportunities to interact. The woman agrees with this because she was thinking about that the new students don't have choices, but in this way, with this new orientation, they will have more choices and students will have more options. They will not waste his time on these orientations and they won't go on weekends.
Okay, is that all, Vania?
Yes, that's all.
Okay. I had to say that it was an excellent answer. Okay, the conclusion was missing, but in general, you did an amazing job. Okay, this is the way you are supposed to answer these kind of questions. But, okay, but you spent a lot of time explaining the reading passage, okay? You just have to say, okay, the reading passage is about university changing the program for new freshman students. That's it, okay? It is not necessary to include a lot of details. It is nice because you understood perfectly and you were able to explain everything about it. Good job. But you wasted a lot of time. So for next time, try to be more brief, okay? In that part.
Okay.
And try to build up a conclusion as well. If you do these things that I am telling you, I am really sure that your answer will be perfect, okay? But in general, you did an amazing job. Thank you, Vania. Good job.
Thanks, teacher.
Okay, let's continue with another person. Let's see. Natalie, are you there? Can you hear me now? Okay, I think she's still having some problems. Let's continue with Marilyn.
Okay.
60 seconds for you.
Okay. The university has decided to change the plans for the new students because the committee thinks that the number of participants was relatively low in the past years. So the woman it's agree because she thinks that the students could have to be freedom for decide what they want or a better option for them, and also they uh, they they sorry.
Continue, please, don't worry.
Okay, they don't waste their time on freedoms for go for 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 the another kind of orientations.
Okay, is that all, Marilyn?
That's all.
Okay. You were doing an amazing job at the beginning. You explained what the reading was about. You stated the position of the woman. And I don't know what happened. Maybe because of the nerves, you got stuck. You couldn't find the words to express what you wanted. And that's it. So please, for next time, Marilyn, try to control those nerves. Maybe because of the time you got nervous, right?
Yes. Also because I have notes for the last in not organized.
Okay, they were not organized.
Yes, yes. At the last, no. Sorry, but thank you.
Okay, so because of that, you were not able to transmit the idea of the recording, okay? So for next time, if you're going to take notes, organize them in a way that you can understand, okay? So that you can, I don't know, interpret what you wrote and express what you want. Answer the question, okay? As I told you, you were doing an amazing job. You got nervous and you got stuck. So control those nerves. I'm not going to kill you if you fail, so don't worry. Control those nerves, and I am really sure you will be able to provide a better answer next time, okay?
Okay,
thank you. Thank you. Let's move on to Carol now. Carol, are you there? Okay, please, 60 seconds for you to speak.
The university has decided to change to hold a freshman orientation. The new activities will be going campus hiking tour and participating in games. The woman agrees with this decision because she feels that students will have more freedom. Students also will have more choices doing these activities because in the past students didn't like to attend to freshman orientation. So another reason is that it's good for the university too because the university won't waste in freshman orientation. So because it won't supply so books that the student didn't like to read. And another reason is that the students won't attend the university on weekends.
Okay, is that all, Carol? Yes. Okay. In general, it was a nice answer. You got nervous at the end, and because of that, you were not able to build up a conclusion, okay? Remember, the conclusion is important. One more thing, I have noticed that whenever you speak, you mentioned a lot of this eh. Okay, for next time, try to avoid saying that. Okay, I think it is unconsciously what you're doing, but try to express your ideas more fluently. Okay. Apart from that, in terms of content, you explained everything accurately. Maybe you didn't manage to control the time. Remember, you have 1 minute only to speak, so control the time as well. If it is necessary, avoid mentioning some details, okay? Just focus on the most important aspects of the recording. Remember, you have only 1 minute to speak. Apart from that, you provided with a nice answer. Good job. I am really sure that you will be able to answer these kind of questions in a better way next time. Okay, Carol?
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Okay, now I think everybody has participated except for Natalie and
sorry,
Alexandra.
I fixed it. Yeah.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
Please, 60 seconds.
Okay, the university has decided to change the plan of freshman orientation by changing in taking hiking tours or games. So as a result, the woman state is in favor of this statement because she think that she doesn't have a choice to do what she wants in the orientation. So now the students are gonna have more options to do it in the orientation. So a other point of view that she states is now is a good way to invest in new things because the university doesn't have to pay some money in this orientation.
Okay, is that all, Natalie?
Yes.
Okay, nice answer. However, something was missing. Can you tell me what it was?
Yes, the conclusion.
Yes, okay. You got nervous because of the time and you were not able to provide a conclusion.
Yes.
For next time, calm down those nerves, and I am sure you will be able to provide an excellent answer, okay? Apart from the conclusion, your answer was was excellent. This is the way you are supposed to answer this kind of questions, okay? The only thing that made you get stuck, the nerves and the time. If you can manage to control the time and you can work on building a conclusion, you will be excellent at answering these questions. Okay, Natalie? Thank you. Good job. Okay, now let's continue. I think everybody has participated except for Alexandra. Alexandra, are you there? Okay, I think Alexandra is not there, so, well, too bad, because she's not practicing. So, okay, guys, we're going to stop here. Please, before you leave, I would really appreciate you complete the daily survey. It is released. And let me ask, is there any question, any problem that you may have? Now it is a time for you to ask. If not, after you finish completing the daily survey, you are free to leave the session, okay? Thank you for attending.
Thank you, teacher.
And for participating. See you next class, okay? See you Friday.
See you. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye, guys. Take care.